Hello everyone, it's Karen with Karen's Stampin' Place, and I have a really cute card to show you tonight. Sorry if you saw my head, I was sitting down. Okay, so I am making this fun fold, and it's kind of like an easel card. It's gonna stand. I know you guys, it's kind of awkward to see, but this will pop out and stand up, and then this back also pops out, so it's kind of like a double Z or something. I don't know, it's different, but it's so pretty. And so when you see the picture of it totally done, you guys are gonna think that that's a really cute card. So what I have for you is a full piece at 4 1/4 by 11 piece of Highland Heather, and I'm going to score this at 5 1/2, right where you would normally score your card. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Then I have a piece of Pacific Point, and this is cut at 4 inches by 10 1/2, and I'm going to score it at 2 1/2 and then at 5 inches. Okay, now I can take my trimmer out of the way, and what you want to do is just fold one back and the other one. So you're kind of doing like a mountain fold or a Z fold for the Z cards, the Z fold cards. And then you want to take your bone folder and just give it a really good burnish there, and also here. Now at first it doesn't seem like it's gonna stay, but it will. It just takes some time. I'm gonna go ahead and fold my Highland Heather piece, and then I'm gonna take and glue this on. So I'm gonna use my liquid glue so that I make sure I have a little way to adjust it to make sure it goes into the right place. Okay, because you're gonna add this as like a layer. Okay, so you want that 1/4 of an inch around, all the way around. So that's why you want to be able to fuss with it just a little bit and move it where you need to. Okay, now when you stand it up, you see it's going to stand by itself, and it's really cute. So I have some designer series paper from the Snowflake Wishes, I believe, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm just going to adhere it in here, and again as a layer. So just with my 1/4 of an inch, and this one looks really good so far. I just got to move this piece over just a tad. Okay, straighten it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add this piece. Can glue all over myself. And again, we're going to add it just like a layer. Okay, and then we'll just let that set for a minute. And in the meantime now, we've got to do our snowflakes and our sentiment. And I've already gone ahead and cut these circles This is our layering circles that I used. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Pacific Point. And I just love this combination of color. I think it's so pretty. Okay, and so we're just gonna stamp that kind of over to the side so we have some room to put our snowflakes. We're just gonna let that absorb for a second. And there we go. Okay, that was real easy. I do need to stamp one more snowflake, and I forgot a big block, so I'll have Alex run and get it for me. Alex is here, so yes, if you'd run and get me a big block, I'd appreciate it. And that way I can cut out one more snowflake. Just a D block will be great. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on there, and then I'm just gonna ink it up, and I'm going to just stamp that. Just making sure that I get it all over. I forgot to use my foam mat, which I normally use when I'm using photopolymer. All right, and it has a few little spots that didn't take really well, but that's okay with me because I'm gonna cover it up anyway. All right, so I'm gonna come back in and just glue this piece on. Since my liquid glue is open, that's what I'm using a lot of tonight. Okay, oh, look it, but I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up so I'm okay. All right, so I'm gonna take and bring my big shot, well, my die cutting machine, my Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. And I have my mats in there, just trying to keep them flat. Okay, I'm gonna find this die real quick. It's in the So Many Snowflakes dies. I believe it's this one. Woo! I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm getting ink everywhere.
It's on your Band-Aid.
Ah. Might have to remove that then. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with how it's lining up. Sometimes you just gotta fuss with it a little bit to get it exactly where you want it. All right, I think that's good. I'm gonna put my top plate on and just give it a run through and pray it doesn't move. Okay. Woo! That came off fast. Okay, I'm gonna just crank this in and put this back. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I've already cut most of my snowflakes for these. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put them together for you. So for this one, I'm just putting a little bit of tombow in the middle, just a little bit, and I'm gonna cover that up with a rhinestone. And I want this offset. I don't want it to be even on the other snowflake. So you're just going to put it together like that and set it aside. And then this one, I have 2 snowflakes cut out for it. So just again, put just a little bitty dot of tombow in the center. And again, one more itty bitty little dot. Nothing much. And there you go. We're gonna put this on there. And that just fills it in and makes it look full. Then one of the things I'm going to do is take my rhinestones. I need my take your pick tool because you have to have a little putty up or it won't work, and I might be out. There's a little bit, okay. And so what I'm gonna do is just pick up my rhinestone and place it on that one. And then I'm going to pick up my other rhinestone. And see that stuff on the end, that putty, helps when you just want to pick up like that. You don't even have to do anything. If you just push it, it sticks to the putty and the adhesive comes off and it's all said and done. I really, really love doing it that way. Okay, I'm gonna put my take your pick tool away. I'm gonna bring this back in and I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the bottom of this piece. Okay. And I may have to adjust them. I may have gotten them up too high. Because I want to kind of set this up a little bit. I think I did okay. Let's see. Well, one is too high. So I could just take and adjust that dimensional real quick. Just pull it down. Okay, so there we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use a dimensional on the back of this snowflake. And I'm going to place this snowflake up like so, right up on it. And then I'm going to just tear off a little bit of a dimensional. I don't have any scissors nearby. And I'm going to just place another dimensional on the back. And I'm going to cover up my boo-boo. But also it is adding some snowflake to the bottom and making that look so pretty. You guys see that? Gorgeous. I just love how this card turns out. And then when you go to stand it up, it just stands right up. Last thing I need to do is stamp on Whisper White for the inside of the card. I have a little piece of Whisper White right here. And I'm going to just stamp some snowflakes, but I forgot to clean them. Well, I can, no, I think I'll stick with the Pacific Point. And I need to bring in a piece of scrap paper because I don't want to get this on my table. Okay, so I'm only going to stamp right here in the corner. I'm going to give that a wave or two so it can dry, because I'm going to take right now and just insert it. Oh, and look, I've gotten blue all over it. It's all over my Band-Aid. So I'm going to actually do the back side real quick. Oh, I got it on the back side of that one too. Guess what? I have more. I always have a couple extra of these. That way I don't get it all over the place. And I just want to do that corner. And so I'm just going to use my seal. And then I'm going to get rid of this. And now I'm just going to place this inside the card, like so. And you have a pretty, really pretty easel card, all done and ready to go. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, like it, or if you need to know when I go live, go ahead and hit the button subscribe so that you'll be notified every time I go live or put up a video. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.